What's going on, you guys? It's Diego here, back with another video. Today, I want to be going over a couple of different skills that I think you should have if you want to become an entrepreneur. So, being an entrepreneur isn't for everyone. It's very difficult. Lots of patience, lots of consistency is needed so you can be an actual successful entrepreneur. A lot of businesses fail. I think 90% of businesses that get started fail within the first 3 years. And if you don't think you can handle it for at least 3 years, entrepreneurship might not be for you. You have to learn how to manage your time. You have to learn how to treat people. You have to learn how to make sure that your money is safe and intact and everything's flowing appropriately. You have to make sure all those things are up to par. And when in this reality you can find something with more structure, you can find something that's more stable, then why not go with that? But if I haven't persuaded you from not being an entrepreneur yet, then this video is probably for you. So now I'm going to go over the first skill. This isn't in any particular order, but the first skill that you should probably have if you want to be an entrepreneur is time management skills. Time management skills are crucial when it comes to being an entrepreneur. You want to be on time, and being on time shows someone that you respect their time. I think that's really crucial for giving yourself a good presence, giving yourself the good side of that person, and being able to manage your time. Because I think when you're an entrepreneur, every single second counts. You want to be able to best utilize each second to efficiently and optimize your days, your routines, your habits, so everything's working in your favor. Everything's working productively. Because when you don't have somewhere to clock in and clock out, you're not as mindless. You're actually trying to be a little bit more self-aware with your time and how you spend it, because there are negative things that can impact you and your time, and then there are things that are positive that impact your time, your health, and all that good stuff. So when it comes to utilizing your time, what I like to do is use a system called time blocking, and essentially I put like-minded goals and tasks together in a time block. So usually if I'm running errands, I'm going to be running like 7 errands at a time. I'm going to go to the post office. If I'm out of the house, I'm going to be running to the post office. I'm going to be dropping off a package of some sort. I'm going to be doing my grocery shopping. I'm going to do everything in that single individual time block. Now, when it comes to my business, I have two of them that I'm running. So I'm going to split each amount of time into one business and then time block another section into another business. That's the technique I like to use, and I like to put everything on Google Calendars. So when I'm on my phone, I can check the app, see what's scheduled for each and every day. I don't want to be late to any appointments. I want to be on time, and I want to utilize every single day as efficiently and as effectively as I can. The next skill that I think everyone should master if you're going to be in the realm of entrepreneurship is your networking skills. I'm going to preface this by saying your network is your net worth. The more people that you know and the more people that know you and like you, the more business you're going to create out of it. Because if someone knows you, likes you, trusts you, they're probably going to give you their business 8 out of 10 times. When someone doesn't like you and doesn't know you and doesn't trust you, they're probably not going to give you their business. When it comes to your network, the more people you know, the more value you can have. So for me, I run a landscaping business. I just do landscaping, I do lawn maintenance. When it comes to construction, I'm not very handy at that. But I know a lot of people who are very handy at construction. So what I can do to help a customer, and if they need some sort of construction work, what I can do is refer them to the person that I know that knows construction way better than I do. I might not be of help, but am of help. I can still provide value to that customer by referring them to the construction person that I know. So I'm able to leverage my network and become a little bit more valuable because I know these people and I can get you in touch with these certain people. Certain people are able to bring you to certain rooms to have certain conversations with that are all higher leveled. The more higher level people you know, the more people that have higher value and the more they can bring you along with them, the better you're going to be able to be of value and bring other people into that kind of room that you never thought you would be able to access before. So it's very important to be able to have value, have a valuable network, because at the end of the day, your network is your net worth. So, along with having a great network, you also want to have great relational skills. That means you want to be good with people. Um, I would have to say that through the course of my career path, I was a personal trainer, I was a server, I was a front desk worker. I felt that in all those environments, I had to be more social, a little bit more extroverted, a little bit more outgoing. So it might be a little bit more natural to me to just start up a conversation compared to someone who perceives themselves as introverted. I feel that everyone is able to be a little bit more extroverted and find people that mesh well with them. But you have to be able to be confident enough in yourself and in your skills and in your abilities to be able to be there and present yourself to them. Even starting small, giving someone small little compliment or sparking up something of interest to them or even giving them a smile goes a very long way when it comes to connecting with people. A great way to be able to connect with people is to be able to relate to them. So I'm going to use this example. I go to the gym and I want to be able to meet someone new and relate to them. So in this situation, someone's bench pressing and they're bench pressing a lot of weight. And I go up to them, I give them a authentic compliment. And I'm like, hey man, I saw your bench over there. It looked great. Really nice work. That's very authentic. And I'm sure since that person might be working tremendously hard on their bench press, that that's a very authentic compliment to them and it means a lot to them. And from there, they might be like, oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And you can start the conversation going from there. If you're able to relate to someone, be nice and give them an authentic compliment, that's probably going to go a long way. Because I think nowadays not a lot of people get compliments, especially a lot of guys. We don't get a lot of compliments, and hearing one like makes you jump out of your skin for someone. The more you address someone by their name, the more they're probably going to know you and respect you as well. Because in someone's mind, the sweetest word to them and in their world is going to be their name. So I always want to address someone by their name, and that's going to make them feel a little bit more important. It's going to make them feel a little bit more special. Because the more you're able to show someone that they're important and you put them on this pedestal, because everyone deserves love. Everyone deserves to be treated the way you want to be treated. All right, so another skill that I think you're going to want to master is marketing skills. If you want to build a business, this is the best way to do it, which is marketing. You can market online or in person. If you want to do it online, your social medias are your best bet. Using free content like Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, if you're able to market on those platforms, you're going to go a far way. And the more eyeballs that get onto whatever you're trying to create or onto your idea, the more people are going to see it, the more people are going to interact with it, the more impressions you can make. And the more of that you can make, the more you can grow your network. Um, Essentially, everyone starts from zero. Nobody sort of knows them. And then you get out there more and more, you're consistent with your work. Maybe five people are going to see it. And then those same five people, out of that five people, maybe one of them's really going to like your content. And then they're going to tell someone else about it. So five people can turn into 10 people really fast. And 10 people can turn into 100 people just as fast. So the more you're able to put yourself out there on these different social media platforms, the better it's going to be. When it comes to online or pardon. When it comes to offline, the more you're able to put eyeballs onto your ideas or your concepts, the better it is. You could do that with things such as flyers, posters, bandit signs. All these things are going to be highly valuable to market yourself offline. Business cards as well. Can't forget about them. All these are print. So the more you're able to put this out into the world, the more eyeballs you're going to be able to expose onto whatever idea you're trying to present to them. Marketing's huge. Without it, you're going to be in a realm of obscurity. No one's going to know you, and your idea will eventually fail because without people, you're not going to go anywhere. So we've covered the skills of time management, people skills, your marketing skills, and your networking skills. We're going to cover one more skill that I think is very important to entrepreneurs, and I think that will be your financial skills. Without your financial skills, you might not be able to go anywhere. You have to learn how to budget. You have to learn how to live below your means until you're able to get to that next level where you don't have to live below your means anymore. Maybe you could get a little bit more lavish. But ultimately, you always want to live a little bit more frugally because if you're not holding on to your money, if you're not making good investment decisions, you might not be able to get to the place you want to be. So, learning how to use your money, learning how to make a budget, learning how to live below your means can make or break any idea that you might have and you think that might be good. So, let's start off with budgeting. You want to know in every regard where your expenses are going, how money is leaving your pocket. And you also want to know how money is going to get into your pocket, whether it be the idea that you have, a side hustle you might have, or a job that you might have, or maybe something silly like birthday cards and holiday money. Maybe you get a little influx of cash once it goes onto your birthday or the holidays come up. Maybe you lose a little bit of cash during the off-season months if you have a business that pertains to seasonality. In my landscaping business, I definitely have a huge influx when it comes into spring, summertime, and then it starts dying down during the fall and winter time, which I have to account for because if I just think that money is going to constantly come in like it's springtime, then I'm never going to be able to hold on to my money because I might be spending it just like if I think that money's still coming in. So you have to be aware, make a budget. I would recommend a monthly budget. Checking in on your expenses and your income every month gives you a nice spreadsheet of looking at where your money is going, how much money you're bringing in, and seeing if you have a positive or negative cash flow for that month. I think it's crucial that everyone makes a budget. Another thing that I think is as important, if not a little bit more important, is your balance sheet. So your balance sheet is your assets versus your liabilities. I touched up on this in a different episode that I've already done, which is your assets versus your liabilities. The more assets you have, the better cash flow you're going to be bringing in. And if you can bring in more cash flow and reduce the liabilities that you have, the better you're going to be able to eventually stack up your money, stack up your finances, and it just takes time from there. We have to be very patient, but we also have to be very consistent as entrepreneurs. We want to start small, live very frugal, acquire assets little by little until one day it's all just snowballing down the hill. And the more speed and the more cash you can bring into that snowball, the easier everything's going to be. So I highly recommend becoming financially literate once it comes to becoming an entrepreneur. So those few skills that I had mentioned off is pretty much just the surface of entrepreneurship. There's so many more skills that you should acquire and you should focus on. But I think that these 5 different skills are going to be able to give you a nice broad surface on how to think about being an entrepreneur. As well, I think all these topics are evergreen, which means they're always going to pertain to every business that you're going to have. Finances, network, marketing, working with people, relational skills, and time management skills are super crucial when it comes to pretty much any business and your own personal development. So I would definitely recommend that you master these 5 different skills. Doesn't matter in the importance, as long as you focus on them for the first couple years of your entrepreneur journey, you're probably going to not be in that 90% of businesses that fail. You're going to be in that 10% of businesses that succeed. So go ahead, give it a shot. Try to work hard at upgrading yourself, providing more value to people. And the more knowledge that you have, the better you're off you're going to be. So thank you guys for watching the video. It means so much to me. Until next time, I'm Diego. You guys are cool. See you.